Solve the system by substitution. I have y isolated in the first equation and y isolated in the second one. I'm going to start with y equals negative 10x just because it looks a little bit easier. So since y is equal to negative 10x, I'm going to take negative 10x and I'm going to substitute it for y right there. So that's kind of step number one, is just identify an equation that has the variable isolated. So here we go. That's step number one. Step number two now is I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it. And I'm going to take this negative 10x and put it in here. So I would have negative 10x, where the y used to be, is equal to negative 7x plus 6. And then I'm going to begin, let's see, I've got x terms on both sides. So I guess my first step is I would add 7x on both sides. That would allow me to move all the x terms to the left side. This will cancel. And so the only thing that remains on the right is 6. On the left, negative 10x plus 7x is negative 3x. So that's step number two, where we isolate the variable over here. So hold on a sec. To get rid of negative 3 times x, we'll divide by negative 3 on each side. And I have x is equal to a negative 2. Now that I have x equals negative 2, I'm going to take that negative 2 and I can substitute it in for x in the top equation or the bottom one. But again, the bottom one looks easier, so I'm going to go there. And so I would have y is equal to negative 10, parentheses, in goes negative 2 for x. And so I have y is equal to positive 20. Now I have a value for x and I have a value for y. So my solution as an ordered pair is negative 2 comma 20. Now this is kind of a great strategy for when you're working with a test, but if you wanted to double check to make sure that the solution is correct, if you substitute the values for x and y in both equations and get two true statements and it works out, you know for sure the solution is accurate. So here, I'm just going to take a moment. Now, if you don't want a strategy, ignore this, stop the video, and go ahead and work on the remaining questions. But this, again, is a great strategy for testing. So I'm going to write y is equal to negative 7x plus 6. And then the second equation is y is equal to negative 10x. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to substitute, let's see, my y value is 20. So I've got 20 is equal to negative 7. In for x is going to go negative 2 plus 6. So all I did was substitute x and y into the equation. And then I'll do the same thing for the second equation. So I now have 20 is equal to negative 10. In goes negative 2 for x. Now watch this. I'm going to do the equation on the right because it's easier. So 20 is equal to 20 because negative 10 times negative 2 is positive 20. And that's true. So that's good. I mean, that works. Over here, we're going to have to multiply negative 7 times negative 2. So I've got 20 is equal to 14 plus 6. And then my last step is negative 14 plus 6. And over here I have 20 is equal to 20. And since I have a true statement for both of them, that guarantees that my ordered pair of negative 2 comma 20 is actually a solution. And it guarantees you didn't make a mistake.